Okay, what I have here, I'm gonna create a recessed zipper. So what I have here is my zipper tape. Now I have already attached the zipper tab, and I go ahead and I put on the zipper end. And the reason why I do this is because it's easier that way. I am notorious for taking this off and taking it off the end, and it's just easier for me to do this way. I use, instead of stitching this back at the 90-degree angle, I use double-sided tape. So I will put the double-sided tape right here and I'll pull it back and it seems to stick. This is held overnight. I held it down with a couple of clips and it holds in place, and I do it here on the outer edge so I really don't run over it with the needle, okay? And I have already turned these under ½ an inch. Here's the front piece and then the facing, the lining pieces. But I've left this one open to show you. So I draw a line at 1 inch, then I put my double-sided tape, and then I simply take it off and turn it up to the 1 inch line like so. And same thing with this. And turn it up to the line, and there it's ready to go. All right, so then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one side to show you, and then I'll follow through with the other. So then I've got 1/4 inch double stick tape along the right side of the top piece, and I'm going to take right side down, start it right here, put it right along the edge. Now, this is what prevents a wavy zipper. You want to hold it very tightly. Start it right here, stick it right here, and pull it tight along that edge. If you don't pull it tight, you notice how I'm pulling it as tight as it'll go, just like so. So this is the way it'll go, right here. And then I'll do the same thing, and when we put this, we match these pieces right here, and then I will clip this. Clip, and that doesn't match. So, oddly enough, let's see what's going on here. Usually we match the centers and see why this doesn't match up, and we can make adjustments. This matches up here. And see where the problem is down here. This is a little longer. Not sure why. And this is where you can make your changes here. Okay, let's see. Pull this back and make it match. Line this up, pull it back, and it will align right there. And there you go. Okay, now I will sew this, and we'll get one side done, and I'll be back. Okay, so that I have this stitch. Now this is really thin leather, but you notice all this extra bulk I have here. I'm going to trim this away because this is just a lot of extra bulk. So I'm going to trim this away. Now you can also put some double stick tape right along this edge so that when you bring this back, it'll lie flat. If you have really thick vinyl or leather, I don't know that I need to do that for this, but I am gonna trim away this extra bulk right here, this piece of zipper, because that's just gonna cause problems. Also, if you have extra here, you wanna trim back in here and tuck that away. If I get rid of this bulk right here, I think I can hide it. I think I'll be able to hide it once I get rid of that bulk. And then I'm going to top stitch along here. I'm going to start right here, go up here, top stitch along here, top stitch along this edge, and then top stitch there. You can also baste along that long edge to keep it lined up as well. I'm going to do that, finish the other side, and I'll be back. Okay, so this side, it's most important, and you can see here that you get these lined up at the top and at the bottom. So I'm going to unclip this so you see what I did. So when I put these together, you see how I lined these up at the top? I hope you can see that. And when I lined the bottoms up, how they line up at the bottom. That's what's most important when you're doing a recessed zipper. So when you lay this out, I started with the top, so then when I did the other side, see I came down about, I don't know, what is that, barely 1/8 of an inch. So I did the same thing when I placed this top side over here. I came down 1/8 of an inch. So what's really telling is when you come to the bottom, how they line up at the bottom. So you make sure that those are spaced perfectly evenly. You can take a ruler and go straight across, and they line up beautifully. So before you stitch it, make sure that your pieces line up. So that's what you want to do. It's super important because that's how you want it to look. You want it to look straight across. So anyway, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clip this, and I'm going to top stitch the other side. And then this will be ready to sew to the bag facing. And then we'll be ready to rock and roll. This is the final stages of the bag. Super excited. I'll be back. Here it is. All completed. I got it sewn into the facing. Doesn't it look good? Open. So that's it for today. I have some things on my agenda now, thanks to you all. We have over 450 subscribers, and I could not be more happy. I'm going to be doing some work on my domestic. I have a Juki 2010 TL, and so there's been some requests for some work on that. So I'll be sharing some work on the Juki domestic, and also I'm going to share some tips and tricks of just working on the cylinder arm. It's getting time for me to oil those machines, my two industrials. So I'll probably do a video on that, because I know a lot of us are buying industrials now, and I have speed reducers on both of my machines. So I'll show you how to undo the speed reducer and how to lift up the machine. That's quite a task. I'll show you how to do that, how to oil the machines, how to do maintenance. Because I know there's some videos out there, but that way it's a one-stop shop on my channel. Because I do have to oil them. So that's it for today. Recess zipper. There's another trick that I haven't shown you on getting non-wavy zippers, and that's if you have a zipper, say, here, let me show you in the front of this. On the front, you know, the recess zipper is going to go in the top. So say on the front, when you have a zipper on the front, you can scotch or use packing tape, tape the zipper down to the surface before you're putting it onto anything. If you tape it flat and then put like on a placket, you know, like a placket, tape it flat down onto a surface and then put the overlay over it. That holds it flat as well, even when you're doing double-sided tape. And I don't know why, but for years we called double-sided tape double stick tape. So you hear me saying double stick in place of double-sided, so same thing. So I wanted to add that because I'm like, oh my God, I'm still calling it double stick tape. Same thing. Anyway, that's it for today. And I see you next week. Please keep adding what you want to learn because I've added that to the list, and I'll continue adding new agendas. I love it. I love your input all. Talk to you later. Bye.